From the first round of Shamkir International Chess Tournament. So the second game is finished. Wesley So won against Anish Giri. Wesley, what can you say us about the game? Congratulations.
Shamkir Şahmat 2015 turnirinin bizim birinci turun növbəti ikinci mətbuat konferansına toplaşmışıq. Ağlarla Wesley So, qaralarla Anish Giri ilə oynamışdı və oyun birincilərin qələbəsi ilə başa çatmışdı.
Thank you. I'm glad to have a win on the first round, which is always very good, especially in such a strong tournament where each win doesn't come easy. I mean, each win is very hard and you have to work for it. So
Bəli, belə bir çox güclü turnirdə iştirak etməyimdən çox məmnunam. Sizə qeyd etməliyəm ki, məhz belə çox elitar tipli turnirlərdə, şahmat turnirlərində qələbə çalmaq heç də asan məsələ deyil və qələbə çalmaq üçün də kifayət qədər üzərində işlənməli və gərgin əmək sərf etməlisən. Birbaşa indi oyunun təhlilinə keçirik hər iki şahmatçının iştirakı ilə.
Something went wrong in the opening?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, for sure, because well, it's hard to say for me where I mean, where it got already very bad, but I guess by this point, it's clear that white is clearly better. Although I was not sure how bad it is, but probably it's just bad. And after that, he played quite precise because Rook d1 is a nice move, and now h4, and if I will reply with h5, he has maybe queen h6. And compared to this variation with pawns on h4 and h5, it's just mate here, and not, otherwise I would have king h8. So this is unpleasant, and well, I don't know. I mean, this more common is to play knight f3, and then this I remembered still, but d5 I didn't exactly remember what I'm supposed to do, and okay, I have a lot of choice on every move, and it's quite difficult if you don't know. I mean, maybe d5 is a very good move, maybe it's losing in two moves. I don't know, it has to be checked. Wesley probably knows, but he was quite slow too. So, and here I spent too much time. I think 96 is the only move. I just didn't see it, so I was considering to resign, but then I saw 96, and the game went on. But I had options here. Maybe I could put the bishop to g7.
Yeah, I think it's better.
It's for sure better, yeah. Well, I felt that with king on f1 and so many pieces underdeveloped, I shouldn't lose too much time. But here I realized that I anyway will need to lose too much time because I was planning castle, but it's a very uncomfortable position. I had hopes that king is not castle, so that's basically the only reason why my position is playable. But this bishop is really misplaced, so it was a bit wiser to start here and then. Well, I didn't like also that he throws in h4. I'll probably have to go h6, otherwise h5.
Yeah, maybe d6 here.
D6. But I think this I was. No. But yeah, I saw it in different position. Well, this looks dangerous for black, but maybe it's just good.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, rook h7, take bishop g7. Okay, it looks good for black. I mean, I didn't consider d6. I thought h6, but it's also playable.
Yeah,
also playable, but. I'm not sure what this position is about, but okay, I thought that I should play a bit more fast, but okay, I think this position, I don't know how bad it is. If I go f6, rook d1, yeah, also.
No, I was going to move my bishop h4, because if rook d1, fg5.
Yeah, but it's very dangerous, because I'm so underdeveloped here.
Yeah, you have the two bishops. I'm not sure about it. Looks fine for it.
But I cannot develop this whole thing, so I was afraid of...
So my king on f1.
Yeah, but I was afraid of something fast, even 95, for example.
95, maybe.
I was not sure, but this is one problem. Okay, bishop h4, yeah?
Yeah, bishop h4.
But is it that...
Rook d1, knight f4.
Yeah, I think you should go rook d1, actually.
Rook d1.
This is what worried me. No, because this position, it looks, I mean, I have this whole thing underdeveloped, yeah. So I was very worried. But maybe, also you have this trick, but it probably doesn't work. Oh no, it works, because you have queen e3 check. So
okay.
This also bothered me a lot.
I see, I missed knight g5.
And if I don't play fg, there is, I mean, move
yeah,
like...
I think you have to.
This knight e5 is there, it looks horrible. And
if take knight d7.
Yeah, I mean, there are too many pins and... So I was very worried. Originally I missed this. I was hoping for, I was calculating this and queen c2, I thought maybe knight c6 is strong to go knight d4, and I was
see.
satisfied. But this was surprisingly, well, I must say I was not, well, I thought expected rook c1, but queen d2 is much better. And here I think I went wrong a couple of times, but my position is of course worse, yeah.
I'm probably slightly worse, but shouldn't be much. Queen d8.
But how to play? Slightly worse I would be fine with, but I didn't really see how to play because I missed rook d1, it was a very unpleasant move.
You missed rook d1? Yeah.
Yeah, now the queen on d8 is really misplaced. And c6 was always a pity, you'll go knight e4, c5 and then knight d6. So c6 I was trying to avoid, and knight c6 you always have knight d5, so it was a lot of difficult choices here.
And here if knight c6,
but then knight d5.
Mm.
Also I was, I don't know, but I was slightly thinking maybe, okay, you cannot win by force, yeah?
Knight d5 you go f6, I thought.
How? F?
f6 and rook f7 maybe.
Yeah, I could be losing by force, but okay, let's say you took yeah, well, I don't know, it's very difficult to, but here for sure black is clearly worse. I mean, maybe this move queen d8 was not so good, but it's I mean, it's not like I have a lot of good options. I mean, every option has some disadvantage, so I spent a lot of time and made some mistakes.
Yeah, I'm not sure how, because queen f4 there's rook e3.
Yeah, I'm
Dear
not sure.
colleagues, if you have any questions.
Əziz həmkarlar, jurnalistlər, suallarınız varsa buyura bilərsiniz.
But I think in the opening here, if you played knight c5
yeah, it
and
was
d6,
knight f3.
Knight I thought d6 maybe looks completely fine. And if castle it take here, bishop g7.
If e yeah, probably yeah.
Yeah.
I think I missed this move, d6.
Yeah, also here maybe I should have gone bishop h6 because
a3 looked not so strong to me, I think.
I
yeah,
think
but
bishop f8 is a good reply.
yeah.
Because for example, if here h5, maybe even bishop g7, simply bishop g7.
Yeah.
So I
think a3. I
bishop
think
f8.
a3 was not very good move, and then I should have used it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Mənim iki sualım var idi Soya. İkisi də birincisi Shamkir Chess 2015.
did you look at lines like this?
Hələ də davam edir olar təhlili.
Bishop a1.
Shamkir Chess 2015.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Two questions, Mike, Wesley.
Bəli, özü üçün yəni ki
Qeydlər tutmuş. Tamam. Wesley, so there are two questions that goes directly to you. First of all, you started off with a victory, with a win. Do you think that this could possibly and potentially pave the way for you to win the following and potentially other rounds as well? Do you think that today's victory could be a motivating result? And the second question, apparently recently there was some kind of, scandal in the United States while in the championship. You may have used cheat sheets, or you may have taken some notes. Apparently, some arguably claimed that those could have been possibly some notes that you could have cheated to win the game, the match. Something I'm sure you know about the intricate details of that.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, let me clarify a few things about my last tournament in St. Louis. St. Louis, yes. Well, so coming on round 9, my tournament wasn't going very well. I had 3 losses already in 8 games. So I wasn't sure what I should do to improve my results. And so I brought a piece of paper with me and wrote some motivating words, to be able to focus during the game. I wrote something like use your time and double check positions, which I believe is not cheating because there was no chess notes, and without any warning they forfeited me. So it was a harsh punishment, and I
It was
learned
punishment.
Yeah, because I lost it. I mean, you lose a game right away. But I learned a lot from it. I mean, I didn't know that it's against the rules, and so I paid for a game for it. But I just gotta move on and learn from my mistakes. And the win today, of course, is very motivating. As I said, each win is very, very hard. Also today was very hard. And this does not guarantee a good tournament result. So I just have to work hard every single game.
This is your Wesley. This is your third victory in row. What happened? I mean, did you get mad or something? Did you get angry or something that you decided to just get on a winning strike?
After that case, he meant.
After that,
after that case with the blank, yeah.
Incident in St. Louis. You seem like to be on the winning streak so far.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just gotta play my game, and there were a lot of criticisms regarding that incident and regarding my poor performance in the U.S. Chess Championships. So this is the best way for me to show that I fight every game, and I just give my best, because there are some people who don't want to see you succeed. I mean, for any top chess player, there are a lot of critics and there are a lot of people who want you to fail. So just gotta ignore them and give my best every game. And I think this winning streak doesn't mean anything, because in my last tournament I also won my first 2 games, but after that I had several losses. So I gotta avoid losing. But
Anish,
sorry, one second. I just want to say I'm very glad to be in this tournament with all the top players. Of course, it's an honor to play Anish today, and also, I will play the world champion later on. And Anish beat me several times in the past, and they were hard losses. So I learned a lot from my losses.
Hi, Peter Doggers, chess.com. I also have one question for each player. Wesley, sorry to return once more, maybe the last time, to St. Louis, but you said that you were forfeited without any warning, while the chief arbiter said that you were warned 3 times. So can you elaborate on your statement?
Well, first of all, I just want to say I have nothing against the chief arbiter, Tony Rich, and the St. Louis Chess Club. I was just it's just sometimes things don't go your way. But actually, I was told not to write anything on the score sheet except draw offers, moves, or times, or the results. And so this time I brought a piece of paper with me. But in fact, I was told not to do it, but I wasn't warned that if I do it again, I would be forfeited. So it's kind of a bit different. Also, I believe this is the first time, or one of the first time, that this kinds of thing happen. I mean, this forfeit for writing something on the piece of paper. So I think it's one of the first times. So yeah, I didn't know it was illegal, and probably the arbiter also wasn't sure what to do, because it's very peculiar and it doesn't happen often.
Last question.
Sonuncu sual.
Anish, actually, the last game you were following was an old Korchnoi Timon game. This got to my question. I was thinking, to what extent have you studied, not related to this opening, but to what extent have you studied Jan Timman's games, your great predecessor in Holland, and to what extent do you think it's still relevant to your play?
Sual Aniş'e ünvanlandı ki, bu Jan Timman'ın oyununa bənzədi gedişlərimiz və sizin sələfiniz. Siz oyunun bir debütünü mü deyim, açılışını təhlil eləmişdinizmi, araşdırma etmişdinizmi, ümumiyyətlə tədqiqat eləmişdinizmi? Nə deyə bilərsiniz Jan Timman'la bağlı, bu oyunu təhlil eləmişdinizmi?
Well, I haven't studied his game specifically. I've read a lot of chess literature when I was young, so I've encountered many of his games. I have to honestly say most of his games I've encountered were losses against Karpov or Kasparov. And since I was brought up in Russia, back then I didn't realize he will be my predecessor, and this is why I lost today.
Və oyunu spesifik mən təhlil etmədiyimi söyləsəm də, bəli, oyunların, Timman oynadığı Kasparov və Karpovla da oyunlarını qeyd etmək istəyərdim ki, özüm də mən əslində Rusiyada böyüyüb başa çatmışam və onun əslində mən sələfi olduğumu da bilmirdim. Bəlkə də bugünkü oyunumda məğlub olmağımın səbəbi bu idi.
We thank the players.
Hər ikisi şahmaça minnətdarlığımızı bildiririk. Təşəkkür.